Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344 here today with a Divine Feminine reading, a Divine Masculine reading. I have a little bit of sand art and also I'll do oracle cards at the end. Thank you all so much for your subscribing, your liking, your sharing, your commenting, and please do subscribe, it does help. And if you should need any of my services, I have my video on sale for $11 at the 57-minute full clearing of all the chakras, Reiki video, clearing meditation. It's really potent, and it's really super strong for the throat chakra. So if you want to try it out, it's $11 below. All my information, my website, my email, and my PayPal pay-to address, everything is below. So if you should need any of my services, if you need any coaching, or if you'd like a card read, I usually do coaching and card read as a combined thing, but I can do them separately as well. Also, I have numerology, and if you need healing, that kind of thing, let me know. Just drop me an email if there's something that you don't see on my website. And of course, my CD is Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames. If you want to try it out, it's on iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby, and Google Play. And yeah, so we'll get started. I have sand art. Real quickly, we'll go through that. I was seeing teeth again, which I've been seeing the past few days, or the past few reads that I put up. Also, the letter E was coming up in this sand art, which was unusual. A cow, a llama in a tuxedo, and that's really familiar to me. I just can't pinpoint where it's from. A fairy, and a fairy maybe on a leaf, as well as Tinkerbell. An infection, male arousal, opening up the floodgates. Two babies hanging out. So that could be literally two babies hanging out, or people acting like babies hanging out. Also, I saw a bird vomit, and I swear it was Toucan Sam. I don't know why they're vomiting, but I'm seeing a bird vomiting. So if that means something to someone, let me know. Also saw two people lying on their backs, kind of like on an angle on these big rocks, like, you know, they're just hiking and they just lay back on the big rocks, but it's by these big leaves. So let me know about that too as well. I was getting standoff or stand still, like literal, and I was actually getting a standoff in the read too. Made of stone and stone-faced coming up, as well as stone shark, which is actually a cutting machine for fabrication. Also, I was getting a bumblebee, and then I was getting baby bumblebee. And I was getting it as a cartoon, a bee in a cocoon or a web, but also it's that, you know, the nursery song. What is it? I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't my mother be so proud of me? Something like that. I haven't thought of that in a long time. So that's what I got from the sand art. I don't think there was, yeah, that was it. And I'm going to get right into the feminine read and then the masculine read for today. I watched Rumor Has It last night. I've watched it before, but I decided to watch it again. That was the modern movie based on the after story of The Graduate, which is kind of fun. If you haven't seen it, I would watch it. I'm probably going to do another video at some time. I'm probably going to get into doing a few health-oriented videos. One for gas poisoning, especially since I had a gas leak. It's been actually a common thread in ailments for my family, but also I read another article from someone else who had very similar stories about gas poisoning. But I might do something on back issues in the near future as well. So if you're interested in anything like that, let me know. But if you think you smell gas in your house, make sure it's checked out, because even when I've had the professionals come out and check my house, both times in my past that I've done this, the emergency people did not find the leak, and they left it as it was. Like when Pico came out recently for the gas leak that I had, he didn't find anything and basically just told me to make sure they clean out my heater real well next time I have it serviced. But I had my friend come out and he found the leak, and it was a major gas leak. It was a huge section of pipe that was all rusted out, and it was being suctioned, you know, to my doorway. That's why it would smell there, because when you open and close the doors, it pulls the gas there. But even if you can't smell it, the underlying gas can over years, which I may have had that issue, can lead to toxicities, GI issues, autoimmune issues, forgetfulness, fatigue, allergies, all those things are related to gas poisoning. Migraines, pain, discomfort, which are all things that me and my kids have struggled with. And mine might have started from something else when I was young, but just so you know, if you even think that there might be a gas leak in your house, make sure you get your house thoroughly checked and get it fixed, and then air out your house very well. Okay. So now we have all right, today is December 2nd, 2018. Yeah, I wanted to bring up too, just really quickly, when I was looking up information on this, because I've always had dry eye syndrome as well, when I brought up that gene, the SAG gene, the SAG gene, it relates the retina and the pineal gland. And this came up again today when I was researching gas poisoning. And I was looking up the pineal gland before, that's why it came up before, on ways to clear out the pineal gland, because we get calcified over the years from fluoride or whatever else dumps into the pineal gland. But this SAG gene came up again in the coding today, so it's important for people to understand this, the relationship between the retina and the pineal gland. So I'm going to be looking more into that, but if any of you have any information on that, please let me know. So for the Divine Feminine, again, this day, today is December 2nd, 2018, which is 25. 25 is the Knight of Wands, 2 is the High Priestess. So it's very much that psychic intuitive energy. Also secrets. The 25, the Knight of Wands, is very passionate movement. Could just be out running errands today. But it's more movement than usual. It's passionate, physical, you know, getting around. Which I went to the grocery store today. That was my passion. So like I said, the month 12 is all about the Hangman and wisdom, and the Hangman did come up again in the read today. For the Divine Feminine, the major arcana were Lovers, Indigo, and Justice. So Indigo in the Syrian starseed is the Magician, and Justice, of course, is Justice. There were 4 wands and 4 swords for the Divine Feminine, no cups and no pentacles at all, which is very unusual. No cups, no pentacles. So it wasn't about money or emotions today. It was about moving and maybe a lot of thinking today. So the court cards that came up are the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords. The Queen of Wands is still a common theme. It was the energy yesterday. It was the Queen of Wands yesterday. But it came up in the reads yesterday as well as today in both reads. Okay, so it's very significant. Queen of Wands and Knight of Swords. The numbers that came up in the coding were 8, 10, 18, 77, 10, 10, 44, and 28. 8 and 28, 10 and 28. And like I said, that SAG gene came up again today in the coding. And it was interesting because it came up as 8, and then on the card it was 28, and 28 is my address. And that led into the SAG gene, which had to do with my gas leak recently. So there's a tie there for sure, and it was talking about that in reference to the 10 of Flames, which is about a physical burden, okay, which can be illness. So, like I said, if you guys have any information about the SAG gene, please let me know. Or about gas poisoning, if you've experienced that before, let me know that as well. But today, the numerology card that came up as the energy here was all about healing. which again ties into this. So physical issues is coming into the focus right now, not just mine, but your physical healing as well. And it was interesting in looking up the definition of sag, just sagging, something sagging. It's the state of sinking or bending. Also, the difference in elevation of a wire, cable, chain, or rope suspended between two consecutive points, which is just the the formal definition of a sag. And again, the sag gene is S-arrestin. It's a protein. Dampening of cellular responses to stimuli, such as hormones, neurotransmitters, or sensory signals. Major soluble photoreceptor protein involved in desensitization of the photoactivated transduction cascade, expressed in retina and pineal gland, and inhibits coupling of rhodopsin to transducin in vitro. It is highly antigenic, capable of inducing experimental autoimmune uriretinitis, which is swelling of the retina. Mutations in this gene have been associated with, like I'd said before, Oguchi disease, a rare form of night blindness. And that was from en.m.wikipedia.org. And then just looked up a little bit into inflammation of the uvea and the retina, which is the uvea retinitis. And that led me to something else. Anyway, if I get more information, I'll let you know. When I put the coding in online, not much today came up. The first entry was Pete Davidson saying, I've been smoking weed every day for 8 years. So again, 8 comes up. And that was from canoe.com. Top 10 twin flame signs came up from Lucy's Signal River. That was signalriver.com. 7 signs to tell if you have a twin flame. So a lot of twin flamey stuff was coming up. And smoking weed. And then a commercial building burns for 8 hours in Gallatin Gateway. And that was from kbzk.com. So getting into the Divine Feminine read, like I said, it starts out with the Queen of Wands and maybe being the Firewalker. Leading the journey out of instability or an unsafe home, successful move of the Queen of Wands, who could be a Sagittarius, from 28. Like I said, the number 28 was coming up in the beginning combination of cards. Out in the cold, a female walks away from spiritual love, refusing to see or understand it. Expressing feelings of guilt and remorse, the Knight of Swords races in with truth to the Queen of Swords, which actually came up in the Divine Masculine read as well. And then, of course, the song from Cake, Going the Distance, came up again. That he refused to see that he was leaving his true love out in the cold without telling her that he is right behind her, but injured and trying to catch up. So it was like, and it doesn't have to be Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, but it could be a situation where the Divine Masculine is going to his karmic to tell her the truth, because he's now trying to organize his life to come together with his twin. The world can be a lonely place without love, as children are passionately, suddenly wanting to see the world, or it could be the twins suddenly wanting to see the world, or suddenly want to complete the cycle that they're in. Engagement comes up as the underlying energy about your love life is ascending to a new level, and also behind that was forgiving and learning. Okay, so as we forgive and learn, we're able to increase or ascend in our love life. The stage is set for a new love. A left butt touch, which keeps coming up in the pictures, that's why I'm referencing it, not because of me. And the Queen of Cups nurturing, as the Divine Masculine notices the truth he has set aside, turning his back on air-sex connection, which is just the sexual energy that you share. The King of Pentacles chasing girls. So there may be a King of Pentacles chasing girls, whether it's a Divine Masculine or a karmic, or it could just be a King of Pentacles chasing their daughter or daughters. Also, teaching and learning came up as underlying energy, and love. even more strongly, of course. Needing to go to the barber for a haircut, sitting in uncomfortable emotions about a haircut or a possible pedicure at night. So if that relates to you, let me know. Seeing the moon in a globe, reflecting, spinning, seeing his true love, searching the heavens for her divine masculine. Which was interesting that this came up in this read today, because yesterday I let you see my rotating statue, which is a very beautiful piece of art where the faces actually change as it spins around, and the feminine is looking to the heavens for her true love as the masculine is looking down in mourning, sad that he hasn't connected with her. The inner workings and springs of time, a moon and two suns, the seasons and astrology, and throwing stars, you know, those weapons. Stuck in the inner works or gears. So then I was getting this throwing stars, getting stuck in the gears, like holding things up. Dancing and howling simultaneously. So it's the joy and the sorrow at the same time. At the glory and the angst. Uncomfortable emotions of destiny playing out at night for the King of Cups, affected by Saturn. Rubies and rubles came up again, crowned by connections to India, now blocking his crown. So there may be some past life issues from India for the divine masculine. I didn't even think of this before. I definitely have a past life with my twin that was a really beautiful one, as a couple in India. I don't know how it ended. I only know that it was how much in love they were, or we were. So now blocking his crown. Cartoons and satellites, that the moon is just a cartoon satellite because it's not real. It's not organic. Destabilizing him at night as the Queen of Wands moves out suddenly after a messenger of truth comes in quickly about an engagement, or a King of Pentacles who's been chasing girls, or the messenger was actually the King of Pentacles chasing the Queen of Wands, who could be a karmic energy, or it could be a twin. All teaching, forgiving, and learning. Sudden passion of kids or twins to go out into the world. Sudden issue, or to end a cycle. A sudden issue with a home, making it unsafe to live in, or explained a past illness and issues, but we're able to fix it. Or a breakup where one leaves the home. Recently was the Seven of Swords card coming up here in the past. Risky business, working out downloads, causing tears, or how to release fluid retention, or being dumped at the full moon or at night. This now comes to light. The Queen of Wands fired from work or possibly quit, not getting along with others at work, or dumped, leaving home and work, or left due to a third party through work, or just general cheating, lying, and stealing going on at work and involving love or spirituality. The foundation for the divine feminine has to do with an indigo child or man destined to hold back feelings of passionate exchange about the truth and sneakiness, wanting to come clean about their love life ascending. The central energy is all about the lovers. The Queen of Swords and the Knight of Cups, deliberating destitution together, or a bad decision to be out in the cold with an injury and hard to keep up. The Queen of Swords offering love. The Queen of Swords offering love may have been a bad judgment, leaving them both out in the cold. The Magician Indigo lover is conflicted and burdened. The lovers are all about business without passion due to a soulmate connection fantasy burden, third-party heartbreak with the Magician at work who is obsessed with projects, new opportunities for learning and money. Now whipped by the one he rejected, but doesn't want to hurt his family or lose stability. Challenged by a hermit. This can be, again, Virgo energy or an older wise man, but just someone isolating, or it can be a professional as well, but challenged by this hermit, shedding light on these burdens and being left behind with nothing. No information about justice, a divorce, or Libra kids, opportunity, work, or family. or a confession of a third-party lover through work, church, or some kind of creative pursuit. Now conflict of the Queen of Wands, not knowing about the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. And the Emperor now being out of control.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Fast Track Your Healing,
Maybe
the class on how to